Hi, I'm Will Cox. Welcome to the Waterfront and Harry's restaurant. We're hoping to share with you just some of the most incredible food that we can possibly serve. Behind me we have Hamilton Harbor, which is the view that you see when you're sipping a lovely cocktail at Harry's restaurant, 600 miles away from the east coast of America. We're right in the middle of paradise. This is the place where I was born. It's a place my blood runs. It's where our family have shared 400 years together. And I'd love to invite you to come down and share what I believe is the most beautiful place in the world. Beautiful people, beautiful food. So welcome to the Waterfront and Harry's restaurant. Here we are at Harry's. We're standing on the very ground where I was born. Harry's opened last year, so in 2008. And we opened it as a tribute to my dad, Harry. Dad was born in 1927, so we lost him at 70. But he spent his whole life in Bermuda's reefs looking for three of our ancestors' ships, which were lost here in the early 1600s. So I spent much of my time underwater. And that's where a lot of the delicacies that come from that are on our plates today is where we first experienced them. Our family originally arrived here in 1620, and we were primarily a shipping family. Because Bermuda has no natural resources, we would build ships and spend time at sea. So the ships would go to the Turks and Caicos Islands, where there was salt farming and raking. We would take the salt up to Newfoundland, where they had lots of codfish. That codfish was then salted, brought back down to the islands, and traded for rum. That was really some of the original heritage of most of the Bermuda families here. 5 generations ago, we started by cattle farming on the waterfront, and the cattle was bought in on the hoof because there was no refrigeration back in those days. So we kept stockyards here, and the meat was then taken down to Front Street. That's really where our beef reputation started. Our store, Miles Market, has been known for producing the best quality food that you can find, and we continue to do that. This is our family sitting on the wall behind me. There's no doubt that this would have been a story of family having come back from a trip down to the islands. One of the great family stories that took place in our dining room, talking about the plunders that would have been captured at sea. So perhaps a few pirates, and of course a glass of Harry's rum being shared together there. Our family always shared our dinner table. I can't tell you that we ever had a night when it was just the 5 of us, my sister and brother and mom and dad. There would always have been someone, whether a tourist visiting the island or friends of the family. So I'd say I was born into the restaurant business and the hospitality world. And we view you, when you're sitting in Harry's, as part of our family. Well, I think it's so important to understand that we are an island. We're 700 miles from nowhere. So importation of food and the ability to ensure that we have fresh food is something we take very seriously. Organic, fresh, simple. If we don't have tuna on our menu, we haven't caught it. And as you know, we're a family business, and my brother's a great fisherman. Today's special is yellowfin tuna, but it may not be here next week if the weather's bad for a couple of days. We just won't serve it. It's so important that we have the freshness of what our oceans can offer us.
As you can see, we have no freezer space at all. We get fresh ingredients from local farms, local fishermen. Hopefully Mr. Cox will be out catching fish for us. We don't serve it if we don't have it. If we don't have fresh clams, mussels, oysters, or if it doesn't reach our standards, we'd rather run out of it.
There's no doubt that our menu is one that's organic. It's focused on quality, but it is also one that's in constant change. What may have been your favorite the last time you're here, you can be sure you'll find another favorite the next time you're here.
The ingredients, I'm a believer that all the ingredients should speak for themselves. Therefore, if I got a beautiful heirloom tomatoes, I would do it in such a way where the tomato flavor comes through instead of trying to mask it. I would say we have the best protein on the island, so I wouldn't do anything where it's going to hide the flavors of the protein. The temperature of this starts somewhere around 1400 degrees. Obviously, if you want it to reach hotter, you can push the grill up. But it's really intense. It does it what we call Chicago style, so it chars the outside almost instantly and keeps all the juices in the middle. So when you get a nice crust on the outside, you cut it open, and it's still very juicy.
This is a lovely hand-cut 32-ounce porterhouse steak with some shoestring potatoes and some microgreens fresh out of our garden this morning. Our meat is hand-selected for us, and we've had the same meat cutter now for over 50 years. And the next generation of the Cox family have been up with our meat cutters, getting to know the guys that I was with when I was 11 years old. So let's tuck in and see how it eats. Look at that. Bon appetit. Here we are behind the bar. We've tried to have spirits from all over the world, some very exciting things, but the most exciting thing I want to share with you is Dad's special brew. April 7th, 1967. There was a great day spent. My dad's best friend, a fellow called Malcolm Gosling. You may know him for Gosling's Black Seal rum, very famous for their dark and stormies, which are a great drink to share in Bermuda. My dad and Malcolm spent the day at the distillery trying to find the perfect rum. Now in the backyard of our house, it's 50 gallons of rum, and it's aged just for Harry's. The only place you can get it anywhere in the world is Harry's. So I'd like to share a little bit of the family truth serum with you. Let's have a taste. That's a gentle amber rum. Boy, that takes me back to my youth. Welcome to the bar at Harry's. It's 400 years in Bermuda. Rum's still tasting good.